All right, I'm going to work on 2B on sequence 1. And it says to write a rule for the sequence 65, 51, 37, 23, and 9. So first of all, if you remember, your rule is that A sub n equals A1 plus n minus 1 times d. And in order to write the rule, I need to know what A1 is, and I need to know what D is. If I can find out what those two are, then I can go ahead and write my rule. All right, well, let's take a look here. I call this A1, that's my first one. This would be AN, right? So I already know what A1 is because that's my first one here. All I need to know now what D is. And I know what N is because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. So I know N is 5. So let's go ahead and plug in what we know. 9 equals 65 plus 5 minus 1 times D. Well, now I only have one thing left here. So 9 equals 65 plus 4D. I can just subtract 65 from both sides. I'll get negative 56 equals 4D. And if I divide that by negative 56 by 4, I'm going to get negative 14. So I know D is negative 14. Now it makes sense that it's a negative number because these are going down, and I can check it, right? If I take 65 and subtract 14, I get 51. If I subtract 14, I get 37. If I subtract 14, I get 23, and so forth. So that's one way that you can check it. But it asked us to write a rule. So the rule is AN equals A1. Well, A1 is 65 plus N minus 1 times negative 14. Well, let's simplify this. So let's go ahead and distribute that negative 14. So I have 65 minus 14, and a negative times a negative would be a positive. So AN equals, I'm going to combine like terms, so 65 and 14 would be 79 minus 14N. And there is my rule.